should probably take this out because people should know this by now. I guess. I don't know. Hey, it's Aaron from GameEnthus.com, and I'm going to be reviewing Psychonauts in the Rhombus of Ruin for the PlayStation VR.
I am a psychonaut.
I'm not.
A real psychonaut. Me, Raz. After dreaming about it all my life, I'm finally a psychonaut on an actual mission. Rescuing not just anybody, but the grand head of the Psychonauts himself, Truman Zanotto, who just happens to be the father of my girlfriend. I mean, I think she's my girlfriend.
If you don't know, then
But it's not like we've had the talk or anything.
you gotta have the talk.
She said it first,
Well, that's a good indicator.
didn't she?
Rasputin, sweetie.
Oh, Mia.
Hello, darling. I just wanted to make sure that you were okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
And that you knew you were talking out loud.
You could hear me?
Just that last part. About Lily. It's
You know she can
adorable,
hear us,
but
right?
we're
She's
trying
within
to
earshot.
contact headquarters up here, and it's a little distracting.
All
Gotcha.
right.
This is not camp business.
Just a word of warning. I did not finish
We have
the
intel
original
we've gathered
Psychonauts,
so far, and we
so
can help with the...
I really should have. I've started it, but never quite finished it. So I'm not going to know all the nuances and details of each character that is in this
I'll
game.
reach out now and see if I can pick anything up.
She's reaching out, folks.
If we're anywhere near Truman, Mia should be able to sense it.
Darling, could you see what that message is? I'm trying
Poor
to
Lily.
concentrate.
She must be really freaked out about her dad. Hi, Lily.
So, of course, you can go into people's minds because you're Raz and you're a Psychonaut.
Where is he? Why won't headquarters tell us what they know?
We'll find him, I promise.
Park a plane in the woods, darling.
I told headquarters an
So,
underground hangar pays for itself
You can
2 years.
you can use the analog sticks to kind of move around and do stuff to interact with the world, but you also can just use the motion, like, of your head,
The psychic's bread and butter.
in conjunction with pressing buttons on the DualShock 4 in order to get things done. This annoying little repeating animation these are pretty much the abilities you have. Hope you took good notes because I wasn't up there very long.
Nutty. Who asked?
So you can bring objects in closer, further away with your telekinesis. Like I showed you earlier, you can set things on fire. You can do the side blast. You can kind of poke at people.
Thanks for the reinforcement, son.
I don't know if I got far enough in the original game to have maybe use all those abilities in what was a third-person, a 3D platformer, if you will. So I'm trying not to reveal some of the puzzles and things, but you're gonna go around the Rhombus of Ruin, and it's gonna be situations where you're gonna have to rescue your friends because they've been affected by some outside forces. So they're not seeing things exactly as they actually
Mia,
are.
can you hear me?
I can't talk now, Rasputin. This bus is caught on the tracks and it's taking all my strength to hold back this train. I need to save the children.
Oh, man. Can't get a connection.
And what she sees as children on a bus with a train coming is not quite what's going on.
Sasha, you have Sileria poisoning. These
That's what it's
aren't
called.
flowers.
She means aliens.
Well, they aren't a lot of things.
It's good to be skeptical, children, but sometimes science needs to be open-minded.
Come here, Edgar.
So you'll solve. It's an adventure game. So you're gonna solve puzzles and interact with objects and things like that. I didn't find the puzzles to be extra. I feel like the challenge that they provided was just right. They weren't so esoteric where if you weren't a part of the Double Fine team who made it, you'd never figure it out. but I felt like the characters give you enough hints and tips to nudge you in the right direction.
Needle in a haystack.
I just gave something away. Sorry.
Oh yeah, you like my old self.
And then once you are kind of full powered, the narrative will explain why. You will reacquire your Psy Blast and your ability to set things on fire.
The passengers on this cruise ship never got to see the grand finale.
Ah, balloons on fire. What a pastime. And without giving away everything, I feel like the game, it's not very long. You can probably complete it in 2.5 hours, maybe 3 if you decide to take long. I would say most people should be able to complete the game pretty much under 3 hours. I thought it was a fun game, and even without having extensive knowledge of all of the characters in the Psychonauts world, I still found the writing to be pretty funny. I found the puzzles to be appropriate for what you were doing and interesting, so I dug it. I couldn't help but think, could this have been done and not been in VR? Now, obviously, you'd interact with objects a bit differently if it was not in VR, but I don't know. I don't really know how to finish that thought either. So anyway, yeah, I dug it. I think if you're a PlayStation VR and you like adventure games, I'd like to see more adventure games kind of done like this, with characters that people are familiar with, so some of the puzzles make a little bit more sense. Because I guess you couldn't do wacky stuff with other characters, or could you? Anyway, feel free to like and subscribe.